Waited. Oh, we are live, and oh my god, the X Files, fucking horrific. Oh my god! All right, before I waited. I waited an entire week for this to discuss these two episodes. But before we discuss, I told Henry in the beginning I've got a rant about Fox.
Oh,
Fuck you, Fox. I mean, come on, Fox. We waited months and months, and then the time came. We had to wait 30 minutes until they get done with freaking football. All right, all right. So Fox said it'd be on there at 10. 10 o'clock rolls around. No, it was still football. You know, screw you, Fox. All right, you made us wait 30 freaking minutes just to watch the very first episode. I hear a little buzzing in the background, Henry. Is that you?
it might be my air conditioner.
You're not that cold, are you? Hot, are you?
Well, no, I mean, it's actually not the air conditioner. It's just the fan part of the air
Oh,
conditioner.
I
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, let's get started. Uh,
Oh,
the very first episode, My Struggle. And so, in the beginning of My Struggle, you got a backstory, a flashback with Mulder explaining the X File. It's a great teaser. It really opened up great. You know, it told the main points of what it needed to be told.
yeah. It was a recap of of the original series. It was a
Yeah,
recap. It was a really good recap.
that was a great recap, and then it went into the classic intro. I'm surprised they kept it. The classic
Oh, it was
intro.
great. I was like, oh yeah, the classic intro, sweet.
You know, it's just like the '90s, only a modern era. It's like, ugh. The classic they're both classic episodes. The classic X File episodes. Another rant.
Yes.
I gotta stay real quick. The critics, they said, "Oh, the first two episodes." You know what, critics? Fuck you. All right. You probably never seen an episode of the X Files. So you know what? Screw you, critics. So the first episode was fantastic. My struggle. We've waited months and days and 30 minutes just to watch this. So,
Yeah, we did, but you know what? It was actually worth it. It was worth the wait. It really
yeah, with
was.
all the teasing and all the hype, it was worth the wait. It
It
was
really
worth the wait.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so in the beginning, it shows the like we discussed, the excellent recap of what happened, and then it carries into a flashback of the Roswell incident, and
Oh yeah.
we see these flashbacks throughout the whole episode, which I thought was really great. It told the story well, and the flashbacks is just great.
Yeah, they were. And you know, there's been so much talk about Roswell. There's been so much discussion.
Hmm.
Did it happen? Did it not happen? Was it aliens? Was it a weather balloon?
Yeah.
What exactly happened?
Was it the government involved at all?
Yeah, yeah, and that was something that was part of the flashback, was the fact that they talked about how the government might have been involved in it
Yeah.
somehow. And you
And,
notice they had to shoot one of the aliens.
yes, they shot
Uh,
the. Oh my, that was great.
and it reminded me of the episode from the classic X Files, "Musings of a cigarette smoking man."
Yes, it
Remember,
did. It
with
did.
Deep Throat.
Yes, with Deep Throat shooting the alien.
Yes,
Yeah, I think there's like a lot of Easter eggs in these two episodes, but you just have to go back and rewatch just to catch them.
there were some really great callbacks to the original series.
They were.
Like on the first episode, you had the like on the first new episode, you had
Sveta.
yeah.
Now, the jury's still out on Sveta. I've watched the entire series, and I don't remember him talking to those people that she mentioned. Now, unless it was before he got interested in the X Files, but I don't remember uh, her name being brought up in any of the episodes, the past
Yeah,
episodes.
yeah. She's to me. I mean, she wasn't really a familiar character. Maybe there was something that happened. I don't know. I mean, but the basic story of this first episode was that everything didn't seem to be. Everything was not as it appeared to be. We'll just put it
Yeah.
that way.
Yes. So apparently,
And it was actually a callback
yeah.
because
Go ahead.
Mulder starts suspecting that this was not aliens abducting people. This was the government disguising themselves as aliens. Now that was a callback to an episode that we just watched
Yeah.
not very long ago.
Yeah, Jose's chunks from outer space. Now that was I'm glad you brought that up because that's what they dealt with was that the aliens was actually government agencies in costumes abducting
Yeah,
people.
yeah, it
So
was a callback to that episode. It
yeah,
was.
I like that. Oh, Henry, you still there? I think Henry oh, he froze up on us.
Oh, did I? Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a bit of a problem. Yeah, we had Rance Howard as the mole in modern day. He was the one talking to Mulder.
hmm Yeah, so you got the now the flashbacks of the episode of Roswell. That's the same guy who took the alien body and was doing experiments on it. So he's basically the deep throat of this new series.
Yes,
He's the
yes.
ex deep throat and the other woman.
Uh huh.
So that was a really great twist right there of having him being the deep throat per se.
Yeah, it was. And one of the subplots that we see through the first two episodes is the oft mentioned offspring of Mulder and Scully.
Yes, William.
William, right.
William, now you saw the video last night that I
I
gave
did,
to you. Now
yes.
you
Yep.
brought up to speed on this because
Yeah,
William, he's going to be a major key in all of this. He,
I
he's
think so.
he's a major player in all of this in this story arc. Um, Basically, what this whole story arc is about is that Sveta has alien DNA in her, and apparently she's been abducted so many times, has so many pregnancies that they basically, scoop them out the offspring of Sveta and took those babies and did something with their DNA.
Yeah.
So the only thing I didn't like is that it was way too much to comprehend in this episode. I understand why they did it because they only had 6 episodes. Now, if they had like 10, they could have been able to progress the story out more.
Yeah, yeah. If they'd had a little bit longer of a period to do this
Yeah,
with.
yeah. I mean, they just came in and threw all of this at us.
Yeah.
Now, Joe McHale, he did a really great job with Tad
Yes, Joel
O'Malley.
McHale. Joel McHale from The
The
Soup.
suit.
Yes. As Tad O'Malley.
Yeah, he's the
Uh,
Alex Jones, Glenn Beck type guy in all of
yes.
this.
Yes. Yes, he is. Very much so. They certainly they based his they based his character on Alex Jones, but his voice was very similar to Glenn Beck's.
Yeah, most definitely.
So he was, and they. I mean, I love the fact that they name drop, certain personalities, and he name dropped Bill O'Reilly. They name dropped Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, yeah.
We saw Mulder watching a video clip of President Obama on
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel's show.
And what I like about this episode is that they have archival footage of like President Obama, and then they do these footages of the martial law that's being implanted and everything. So they have like really great montages of flash forwards and flashbacks and archival footage all up in one episode of this.
Yeah, yeah, it was tremendous. The first episode. Now I'm wondering if we're going to see this guy again. This
We're
O'Malley
supposed
guy.
to. We're supposed to
Ah,
in the fifth episode and in the last episode.
Okay,
Because the
okay.
last episode is going to be the conclusion of this episode.
Oh, okay. Looking forward to that. But yeah, I mean, you have this guy who's like very paranoid, much like Alex Jones.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he's more paranoid than Mulder.
He is. He is.
And what I like about Mulder is this little detail. He had duct tape over the webcam.
Uh-huh.
Because you know there's theories out there that people can hack into your webcams and they can spy on you.
Yes, yes.
So I like that little detail. That is a
Uh-huh.
great detail. And another detail was Scully when she had that blood on her. You can see a little X in that blood. So you know you got to pay attention to detail on these episodes.
Oh yeah, really, exactly. You know, and you and I were peeing back and forth during this episode.
Yeah, we were.
You know, and Skinner is back, by the way. Mitch Pileggi, his character.
Yes, Skinner. We got to save the best for last though, because they saved the best for last.
Oh, they did. But yeah, I was thinking first Superintendent Chalmers of The Simpsons. Skinner.
Yeah. So this whole story arc is that Sveta has alien DNA.
Yes.
Scully gets it tested. The first test came back inconclusive, so she ran it again, and then Scully was like, "You don't have alien DNA." And then, like near the end of the episode, she said, "Yeah, she does have alien DNA in her," and that she took a blood sample. Scully took a blood sample of her, and then it kind of matched up, and that the only person that has that DNA appears to be William. So, which goes back to this whole William arc. So William is playing a major role in this arc, and I'm really glad they're focusing on William more because in the earlier episodes we just seen Scully's pregnancy, William being born, and William being adopted by this family. That's all we see, that's all we hear, and that's all we know.
Uh-huh. As that video explained, the video that you linked me to.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, I think William's going to play more of a part in the upcoming episodes.
Yeah, and he played a major part in the next episode too, in a dream sequence.
Yes.
That dream sequence! I can't wait to get to that.
Well, we're going to get to that. Oh yeah, it was great. So so we have the arc of the alien DNA and the woman being abducted and all that.
Yeah. So then old Mulder found out that there's something huge going on. I think from what I understand is that Mulder found out that the entire X-Files has been a lie, and they've been using the X-Files to deceive Mulder, and that Sveta is the key to all of this.
Uh-huh.
Well, apparently, Sveta, they got to Sveta. And
she knew too much.
She knew too much, and then a freaking spaceship came down. I thought she was going to get abducted. I really did.
I did too.
You know, and I thought either A, she's going to get abducted, or B, she's going to get pregnant again, because that light was directly on her crotch. I'm sorry, but it was directly on her crotch. But yeah, so it was a great callback to the very first pilot too, of where the car stopped and everything stopped.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, so there was like everything stopped, the car stopped and everything. She
Yep. Yep.
tries to get out, but the car blew up.
Yep.
Now,
And who do we see?
now
Oh,
wait a
who
minute
do we
before we
see?
get that. Before
Oh,
we get,
yeah.
I think Sveta is still alive. I mean, I think she's still alive. I don't know how. I don't know why. I think she's still alive because on the X Files, just like we saw, nobody actually dies. You don't really die in the X Files.
Yes, because you switch to the next scene, and who do we see sitting in a chair?
Camera. The camera pans around. Great
It's
camera
him.
shot. It's the
It's the
freaking smoking man.
CSM. Yes, it's the
I
CSM.
and I told you, Henry. I told everybody last week when we did this that he was going to be burned. He was burnt. He was like freaking Two Face. He was
Uh-huh.
burned. I knew he was going to be burned.
I mean, I was like, oh, it's the CSM. I
Um,
said, oh shit. I said, oh shit, it's the
and
CSM.
he had the only line he delivered is that we have a small problem.
Uh,
The X Files has been reopened, and that was it. That was it. And then you go to the credits. Guest starring William B. Davis.
yes. Oh yeah.
That
And
was
of course,
amazing.
we saw how he had to smoke. How he has to smoke now. We see how he
Yeah,
has to smoke.
yeah, and he's still on the tracheotomy, which is great because the last time we saw him, he had a trach in him.
Uh huh.
So, so I think you know what? I think the reason why how he's still alive is that he has alien DNA in him. I think that's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. That could explain it. You know.
Because in one episode, he does this operation where he wants to get some kind of alien DNA brain cells implanted into him because Mulder has it. So I'm saying that he's got alien DNA in him. So then we got that's the ending, but let's go back a few steps. Skinner made an appearance. Basically, he's badass even with the beard. I made a comment that he would make a great Doctor Strange, Hugo Strange on Gotham. He's got the
Yeah,
look and everything,
he really does. He really does.
the
But but
glasses.
but they decided to go with BD Wong.
I think he might work.
Yeah.
He might work. But let's see here. So the big old alien spaceship, the whole thing with Tad O'Malley and Mulder and going to this basically this compound where this alien spaceship was.
Oh
That
yeah.
was
Yeah.
great. That
And
was
it
amazing.
cloaked. It
Yeah,
cloaked.
it's cloaked. It
It
has some
has
of that
cloaking. It has
cloaking
some
lotion.
cloaking lotion on. That's a shout out to Norma.
Wherever she's at, hope she's all right.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, we do Bigfoot stuff, and we brought up the fact this Bigfoot cloak, and Norma and Freddie was like, it has to have cloaking lotion before it
Yeah.
can cloak.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Bigfoot, alien DNA. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what happened was is that Sveta was going to share her huge conspiracy on the O'Malley show, but they
Yep.
got to her before she could.
Yep. Yep. They did. And man, I love the subplot of the Alex Jones, type, character.
Yeah, I
You know
do. I
that
like that. I
that
like
being
that stuff.
O'Malley. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that was a great introduction of that. You know,
And tell me if I'm wrong, but O'Malley is very similar to O'Reilly.
I know exactly. I mean, we got the O'Reilly and Malley. It kind of rhymes a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Scully for a minute because we see her. She's at a doctor's office. She's performing these surgeries on these kids without ears, and something's telling me that this might may be a major plot point too because they focus that way too much in this episode because every time you see Scully was in that hospital and you see those pictures of the kids without the ears. So I'm thinking there's more to that plot.
Yeah, there could be.
It might be this whole alien DNA thing that is going around.
Yep. Yeah. Now, of course, I think I PM'd to you about the disappearing spaceship. It's a warble.
Exactly. It's a warble with cloaking lotion. Let's see, there's a lot in this episode. I'm trying to see if we got to it. Uh, the guy that was the Asian guy with the alien spaceship. He was in a couple of X Files episodes, Firewalker, Synergy, and The Time Is Now. So
Ah,
he was in a couple of episodes.
wow. Very cool. But yeah, this was a great episode. If I were to rank this episode, it would be a solid 9 out of 10 if on a
Yeah,
scale from 1 to 10.
yeah, I gotta rank it that too. I mean,
It was
screw the critics. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You never seen a damn episode of your freaking life.
This one was really solid. I thought this
Yeah,
episode was really solid.
it feels like you've watching this back in the '90s because it's classic. You know,
Yeah,
you got the classic intro, you got the classic outro, you've got but it's modern, it's updated, which is really great.
I mean, yeah, this was a terrific episode.
Yeah, it
It
is.
really was.
And let's see, I think we covered basically the main points in this episode.
Yeah, I think so.
So let's go on to the second episode. Now this one, classic
Oh,
X Files, classic X
this one
Files.
was this one was definitely harking back to the old school X Files.
Yeah, it was, and especially since it's written by James Wong, and James Wong and Glenn Morgan, they do some of the best X Files episode next to Vince Gilligan.
Yes.
So in this episode, we see this Doctor Sanjay, um, and apparently he's got this. He can hear this really loud ringing sound. Now
Uh huh.
I like how we was able to hear it. That was great. You know,
Yeah.
now that you brought up the fact that this reminds us of Drive, where you
Yes.
hear yes this whole sound in your head, and oh God, son of a bitch, this is good. So he hears this whole ringing sound in his ear,
Yep.
and
Oh yeah.
it's getting to him. It's definitely getting to him. He commits suicide. Now, now, being this modern for the X Files, this is the most graphic thing I've ever seen, and we'll get into another graphic scene as well. He takes the letter opener, plunges it in his ear.
Ooh.
Yeah, we saw this. He takes the letter opener, plunges it in his ear, and it kills him.
Yep.
And then, boom, classic intro again.
Yeah. They did not shoot a new intro sequence for these episodes.
Yeah, they did not. They kept it. They kept the old photos of David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson and Mitch
Mitch
Pileggi.
Pileggi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they kept the old ones. They didn't update the photos at all, which surprised me.
I didn't have a problem with that at
I didn't have
all.
a
I mean,
problem with it either, but I didn't have a problem with that either. And what I
oh,
liked is that this whole series was filmed in 2015, and this episode, Scully mentions it's 2016.
2016. Yeah, she
So
does.
it's continuity. So
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's tremendous. I mean, this one, like I said, this one had so many callbacks to the classic series.
Yeah, it did. So many callbacks. So Mulder and Scully, they're at it again. You know, it's classic Mulder and Scully.
Yeah.
So they investigate what the heck's going on, and this is one of the funniest scenes in this episode right here. Is that Mulder goes to Sanjay's lover, and the dude thought he was wanted a blowjob for him, and so he started to go down on his fans, and Mulder was like, "No, no, no, this is not what I'm here for."
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was great. I
Oh,
was like,
that was great.
"Right, that was hilarious."
Oh man.
But so they found out that Sanjay was having these kids with these mutations, and my God, these are some freaky looking kids.
Yeah.
So these kids have some of these mutations, and that the Department of Service agent was like, "This is so top secret. You're not allowed to know all this." And is this more of this alien DNA that's going around? That's the main question, because this whole story arc is about alien DNA, and these kids, they have these freaky mutations. Is it alien DNA that's causing this? We're not really for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's freaky as hell too.
But and then they kept on working, and then they do this flash dream sequence with Scully going the first day of school with William, which I thought was done well. That
Oh,
whole
it
dream
was.
sequence was
Oh, it really
done great.
was. It was just. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it turns. Now, what I like is that it turns, to a good dream to a nightmare, and then the nightmare was that he's a freaking alien.
Yeah.
And we get to
I mean,
Mulder's dream. We get to Mulder's dream about William was, oh my God, that was the most perfect dream sequence ever.
yeah, because he's dreaming about playing baseball with him
Yeah,
and
yeah,
doing all kinds of things with his son.
yeah. And then it turns into the most, great callback of the X Files, which is that his nightmare is that William got abducted just like his sister.
His
And you
sister.
see
Yeah.
and you see William getting abducted the exact same way you did see Mulder's sister back in the pilot.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a great callback and a great ending on that.
Oh, it was. It was. I mean, you could tell, you could see the heartbreak in Mulder. I mean, he was just like, "Oh no, no, I don't want this
Yeah,
to happen again."
yeah. And then so apparently this woman who had two kids, both of them was genetic mutated, was a mutant.
Yep.
Then they got separated, and then the unborn son was trying to contact his sister that he knew he had. Um, but this one scene was freaking great. She was telling the story of how the mom, and it's the wife of the doctor that's operating on these mutants. And then she's telling the story. She's in the car accident. You see her pregnant. You see her come out. You see her get that kitchen knife that she stabbed the guy with, slice open her stomach, and you see little baby hand come out. Now that
Oh,
I'm surprised they aired that, because that was messed up.
that was freaky,
That
man.
was that was that's almost as messed up as the home episode where you see the
Oh yeah.
baby. Oh my God.
I was
So
like, "Damn, dude, look at that."
yeah, I'm surprised it's graphic. I'm surprised they didn't tone down the graphic, because you know how people are upset about all this stuff. But I'm glad they didn't tone it down. This
I am
is.
too.
I'm glad they didn't tone it down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was TV 14, violence, language, sexual
Yeah,
situations, and dialogue. So
yeah, but I would never expect them showing, some woman giving herself her own C-section with and then the baby's hand comes out.
oh, man, yeah, that was freaky.
Let's see here. So Mulder puts two and two together, saying that the janitor, the guy, is the brother of the girl, that
Yep.
he's trying to find. So they take them two, and they finally meet each other. And apparently, there was a little twist. If you watched it the first time, you didn't catch it, but if you watch it the second time, you absolutely can catch the twist. Is that the girl? It's her. It's the guy's daughter. Yeah, the doctor's daughter. And
Yes. I caught it the first time. I caught it the first time. Yeah.
yeah, I caught it the first time because when she said that, "Dad, leave me alone." But if you watch it the
Yeah.
second time, you can see the storyline between that whole brother and sister act. But they found
And the kid's name was Kyle Gilligan.
Gilligan. A little, I think it's a little wink and nod to Vince Gilligan.
I think so. I think so. Yeah. I mean, I thought that was a great callback,
It
because
was.
I mean, Vince Gilligan wrote some of the best episodes.
Yeah, he did. He did. He wrote a couple of great episodes. That's
Drive. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite classic X Files episode.
yeah, Drive, Soft Light, Bad Blood, a whole lot of others.
Oh, Soft Light. Yeah, that was one with Monk, Tony
Yeah, the one with
Shalhoub.
Monk. Yeah, and he's got that shadow. Yeah,
that was a damn good one.
yeah, that was a good one. And Bad
That
Blood and
was a good one.
Bad Blood was hilarious. X Cops was hilarious.
Oh, I love Bad Blood. Yeah,
X Cops too.
Bad Blood was great. Oh yeah, X Cops. Yeah, yeah. Vince Gilligan wrote some classic ones.
Yeah, he did. I'm ashamed that he wasn't able to write an episode for this series, but the ratings is through the roof, and I'm sure I sense a second season on this.
Oh, I hope so. Yes,
I
I
hope
hope so.
I would like to see another season, 10 episodes, and then a movie. I think that'd be great.
Yes, yes, that would be awesome.
Yep, another season and then 10 episodes. Um, that woman, Sister Mary, the woman I said that looks like the woman from Eve.
Uh huh.
Well, it's not the woman from Eve. She was actually in a couple of X Files episodes, but she wasn't in Eve. She played Karen Crosseth in Irresistible and Elegy. Yeah, yeah. So it's not the woman from Eve, although it did look like her.
It
It
did
kind of
kind of look like her. Yeah,
which threw me through a loop. I was like, "Oh, sweet, it's the chick from Eve."
yeah, because we were PMing back and forth about that
Hmm.
on Facebook. Yeah.
And I caught another X. It was during Scully's dream, and William was in the ambulance and everything, and you see an X like right next to where the ambulance is. So another X sighting right there.
Yeah. A lot of X's in this.
See here. So the brother and sister finally met each other. The sister had
Yep.
telekinesis powers. Uh,
Yeah.
the brother was the one that was causing the whole ringing in the ear thing because he was trying to find his sister.
Yes.
But they
And remember, it kept affecting Mulder.
yeah, it affects Sanjay first, and then it affected Mulder,
Yep.
which is really great. I'm surprised. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that was tremendous when Mulder was dealing with it. He was, on the floor writhing in pain. I mean, I would be too.
Mhm.
And then let's see. The girl caused her father's, his eyes were bleeding and stuff.
Yes, that was great. So the brother and sister was holding hands, and they killed their father. And his eyes is bleeding blood, his mouth is bleeding blood, is coming out of his ears and everything, his nose. And oh my god, this is a classic X Files episode.
It really was. It was tremendous. And then Mulder mentions off screen that about the guy's eyes popping out of his head. He said, "You can't unsee that."
I'm surprised they didn't show that. I think it was the 90s, and they were probably
Yeah,
showing the guy's eyes pop out.
yeah,
But going a callback, so the DoD, the Department of Defense, is continuing the work of the Syndicate. Now, the Syndicate was basically the whole group with Smoking Man and the Rail Manicured Man. Basically, there was this shallow organization. Now, the
uh huh.
Department of Defense is continuing that work of breeding alien-human hybrids. So this whole story is basically the Department of Defense continuing the work of the Syndicate, and
Oh
now,
yeah,
and now we do know that there's more to this story because we got Kyle's blood. Mulder has Kyle's blood, so Scully
yes.
or somebody is going to run that test. They got to run that blood test. Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh,
and we see the first autopsy of this season 2. We see the first Scully autopsy of the season of Sanjay.
yeah. Yep.
Forgot about that. Again with the
Which
autopsy.
is
Go ahead.
I mean, you see, Scully is now a doctor, though. She's a doctor now
Well, she has been a
on
doctor.
the series.
Yeah, she's been a doctor, but she's got a degree and everything for the doctor, but decided to get in the FBI, and then she went back after the X Files was done.
That would make sense if she's able to perform autopsies. Then yeah, she's a doctor.
Yeah, yeah, she was able to perform autopsies back in the original series.
But I mean, they did call her doctor. You know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and don't forget, we saw those creepy kids too.
Oh yeah.
The that fat, gross kid that was eating stuff and putting. Oh my god, that was nasty.
Oh.
And then we see a little kid named Adam. He's got a big brain, big skull, one eye, and glasses. Now, I brought this up in one of the X Files groups. I said, "What if that kid might be William?"
Oh.
Now, I mean, they focus on him quite a lot in that episode. They showed the picture of him, and they did the whole interaction with him and Scully and Mulder. I mean, there
Yeah.
might be something there. There might be something there.
Yeah, they did. And when they showed William as an older child, he had the face of an alien. His eyes were
Yeah, that whole
very,
dream sequence.
yeah. But I mean, well done. I mean, Fox. I'm glad Fox has brought it back.
Yeah,
Has revived it.
yeah, me too. I mean,
This
these
this
first,
episode, this
Mhm.
episode, simply because it harkens back to the classic X Files.
Yeah,
It's very much like a classic episode. I'm giving
yeah,
this one a 10.
yeah. I got to give it that too
The
because
second one, yes.
classic X Files, classic storytelling, classic intro, classic everything is just updated. Just
Yeah, and
updated.
James Wong, who was one of the original writers on the series.
Yes.
Oh, this one,
All right.
and
So
next to Vince Gilligan, he wrote some of the best ones.
yeah, he did. Both of them, Darren Morgan and James Wong, Glenn Morgan and
Yeah,
James Wong. So so that's pretty much it in these 2 episodes. I kind of see where they're going with this whole story arc for these 6 episodes. It's going to be basically alien DNA, William, and has the X Files been a ruse all this time?
yeah.
So this is the
Now,
whole. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
saw the previews for next week. They look like they're going to have a character similar to Carl Kolchak. Kolchak the Night Stalker.
I saw those. I saw those previews. those are going to be. I think next week is going to be hilarious. It's going to be a hilarious episode. It's going to be
Oh yeah.
Mulder and Scully meet the were monster. Darren Morgan writes Intherex, and
Oh.
I've seen the previews on the on YouTube, and I think it's going to be hilarious. On one of the previews, Mulder has this camera app that constantly flashes, and so he can take a picture of the were monster. But that's pretty much it for those two episodes. We see so classic X Files. X Files is back.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for the next four of them.
Oh yeah. Monday nights. Yes, I
Yeah,
love it.
well, at least football won't freaking taking place of that anymore. That
and,
made
and,
me.
and
That,
on the next to last episode of the X Files, the night of the next to last episode is also the return of Better Call Saul.
yes, Better Call Saul, Walking Dead the night before.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh
saw the
yeah.
preview of it, and I'm like, God, I hope Sam, that little kid, gets eaten by zombies because I'm getting sick and tired of hearing him screaming, "Mom, Mom!"
Shut up, kid.
Shut up, jeez. So I cannot wait. We got a whole bunch to talk about.
And then Gotham's going to be back the week after the X Files
Gotham's
is
back.
over.
Gotham's
Yeah.
back. Better Call Saul. Walking Dead. X Files. We're still talking Breaking Bad.
Oh yes. Oh, this is just awesome. This is so cool. It's a great time. It's a great time to be a TV viewer
Yeah,
because
this
we
is
got all
like
these.
this is going to be a new golden age of television.
Yeah, I mean, we got so much stuff we can talk about and discuss.
Yeah. So I gotta ask, any shocking moments of those two episodes that you saw?
Well, the shocking moment was Mulder coming to the realization that everything may be a lie.
Yeah, that
That
I
the
think.
X Files.
Yeah, I
I
like
mean,
that.
it's a good twist. It's a
It's a
really good
great
twist.
twist. Great twist.
Yeah, because you wouldn't expect that. I mean, because you look at the original series. I mean, a lot of weird stuff happened on the original series.
Yeah, a lot of weird crap. But I think these 6 episodes hopefully will fill in some of them plot holes that the original series had left.
Yeah, yeah. I have a feeling. I have a feeling it will. I think this limited series is going to do that. I say limited series. Yeah, you remember what was it?
24.
In comic books, sometimes in comic books
Yeah.
they would have limited series.
Yeah, they do.
It's very similar.
But hopefully,
There actually was a comic book in the '90s based on the X Files by Tops,
oh yeah, they still have
and
that.
the first issue had a story on Bigfoot.
Sweet. Yeah, they still got
Yeah.
the X Files comics. Those are still up and running.
What?
The X Files comics, they still got them. I think it's still up and
Yeah.
running.
Well, I know Tops published it in the '90s because I used to have the first issue, and there was a Bigfoot story.
Sweet.
A little bit of a spoiler. A little bit of a spoiler. Mulder saw it. Scully didn't.
Isn't
So-
that always how it seems to be? That Mulder always sees it. And
Yeah.
I noticed Scully isn't that skeptical that much in these episodes.
I have noticed that.
The
What? Well,
only
hey, she's getting alien DNA. She knows she has alien DNA in her. So,
the only thing she was skeptical was that whole conspiracy with Tad O'Malley. She's like, that's just fear mongering and all that.
yep.
Oh, we forgot the best Scully line in the first episode had to be at near the end where she's like, "Let's get these sons of bitches."
Yeah, that
Boom.
was great. Oh,
That
I love
oh my
that.
god. She's back and she's gonna kick some ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna look
Oh, yeah.
good doing that.
Oh, the new series picks up right where they left off.
It did. It does.
It does. I mean, after almost 14 years.
But like I said, I hope they do another season with 10 episodes and then just go straight into a movie and end it all.
Yeah.
And the
Have
movie
Vince Gilligan
yes,
have
with
Vince
Vince
Gilligan
Gilligan.
write one episode, at least
Yes,
one.
at least one. I'm sure he can do one. He doesn't have to
Yeah.
direct. He can at least write it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he had a series. Was it Battle Creek,
Yes, Battle Creek.
which he was also writing and producing while writing and producing Better Call Saul.
Hmm. Well, he did the first episode and that was it.
Oh,
Yeah, then David Shore, the guy that did House, did the rest. Because it was
oh,
Vince
okay.
Gilligan and David Shore. But he still could do one
Okay.
episode.
Yeah, yeah. He could write an episode of the X Files, sure. If they decide to bring it back for another season. Oh yeah, he could
I
definitely
hope.
write it.
I mean, the ratings is through the roof, so Fox is going to be stupid. Is stupid if they don't bring it back.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I said, they need to do at least one more season, but instead of six, have 10 episodes or 13, and then end it with the movie. And the movie has to be about alien technology, aliens. It has to be about aliens. Because
Yeah.
the I Want to Believe movie was just about a monster of the week, but it didn't do too well. I wasn't a big fan of that movie. The
Fight the Future, from what I understand, did involve
oh,
aliens.
major aliens, major.
I think I mentioned last week or week before that IFC, the channel IFC, has been running the two movies, the X Files movies.
Oh yeah, I got to check that. I hope they do it again.
Yeah, Fight the Future and I Want to Believe. But oh man, I mean the X Files. I mean it's just great to see it back. My dad's been watching. My dad started watching it. He watched it. Kathy Strain watched it because
Yeah,
I talked to both of them about it.
is your dad a original X File?
I
Has he
think
seen the
so.
original?
I think he did. I think he did.
See,
Yeah.
like we said in the beginning, that whole recap is great because some of these people, they're fans of the old stuff. They haven't seen it since, and they probably forgot what happened. That was a great recap.
Oh yeah, I love the fact that they recapped the original series.
Mhm. And they had Fluke Man in there as one of the monsters.
Yes, that's right, the Fluke Man. Yeah,
And
right.
Toombs is there too.
Oh yeah, Tubes.
So they had some of the recaps is great. And
Oh yeah,
it was just Mulder, talking and just punting down the file and the picture. It can't be
yep.
more simple than that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I thought it was a nice touch for
Yeah.
them to recap the original series like that. But I'm just waiting for Monday night.
Yeah, I am too. I have seen these episodes 3 times already. Both episodes. I've rewatched them.
uh,
You've got to rewatch. They're perfect to rewatch. So that's pretty much it on these 2 episodes. Classic X Files. Don't listen to what the critics say. They haven't seen an episode, so don't listen to them. Then, so next Saturday night, we'll be discussing Mulder and Scully meet the were monster. Now, I like the title of the whole thing because it reminds me like Abbott and Costello meet Dracula or Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. So you know it's going to be a hilarious episode.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
gonna.
if you cannot wait to see us next Saturday, tune in tomorrow night where we discuss 2 episodes of Finding Bigfoot. Last week's episode and this week's episode.
Yep.
Was last week's pretty good? I haven't watched yet.
Yeah, yeah. I liked last week's. It was good.
All right. And you said there's going to take a break because of the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
which would be the 7th.
yeah.
All right. So that's pretty much it for this after show / discussion, whatever you want to call it. Next week, Molden Scully meet the Were Monster, Finding Bigfoot tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.